All right, we made it. We're on episode 13, and you, my friends, are likely expecting an explanation as to why today is important to me. Number one, and more relevant to the United States or American history, it is Pearl Harbor Day, a super important memorial day in remembrance of those who have sacrificed so much for the safety of this country. And number two, it is my 26th birthday. 26. That's something I never once imagined I'd be saying anytime soon. I was sure that I had another 30 years or so before I celebrated my 26th birthday. Shocking, I know, but that's not what matters right now. What matters right now is that you and I will be learning about this super important, indispensable character trait called endurance. And to help us visualize this subject, I've called upon the most unlikely subject. The humble fidget spinner. Welcome to Lessons from the Mundane, or LFTM, the show where you and I are able to glean life-giving lessons from everyday things all around us, otherwise known as the mundane. My name is Jason, or you can call me Jace, your humble host for these next few minutes and a fellow believer in living a life of abundance and fulfillment. Something I truly desire to share with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I can already hear your questions now. You're wondering primarily about three things. First, why did I pick endurance as a topic? Second, what in the world can a measly fidget spinner teach me about that? And third, am I really wrong for pouring the milk before the cereal? We will be answering all three right here, right now, starting with number 3. Of course, you're wrong. Listen, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you pour the milk first and then have to pat down the cereal in the bowl instead of just pouring the cereal first and then pouring milk as you... Okay, at this point, I can make, just let me know where you are, what you're doing. I'll call a few people and they'll come by and take you to a very safe place. Okay, but now in all seriousness, I believe endurance to be a vital tool in helping all of us transition strongly into the new year. That's why I picked it. Without it, that's how resolutions die before they're even started. Without it, potentially great relationships with mutual respect and benefits fall off. And without it, you're never truly you. I thought the fidget spinner was the ideal tool for this because the whole premise of this gadget isn't only centered around how fast you can spin it, or even the weird angles at which you can spin it, but rather how long you can keep it going. John Maxwell said this: "It's a great word, endurance. It's a word that really separates a lot of people. It separates people that really do succeed from those who want to succeed. Those who really do achieve their dream from those who just have a dream. Those who get to the top of the mountain versus those who go view the mountain." And I also wish you'll catch this often ignored or often omitted component that completes the concept of endurance. And that is that it belongs to no one. Not to the poor, not to the rich, not to the intellectually capable, not to the creatively inclined, not to the young, nor to the elderly. Endurance belongs to them that grab hold of it and, unironically, never let it go. What does that mean, Jason? It means that you can become someone who endures. You have the power to become known for your tenacity, to be known for honoring not only your words, but the unspoken commitments as well. Several examples of unspoken commitments are in friendships, the rides you give, the gas or food that you buy, the work shifts that you cover. None of that, at least not normally, is ever written down in some sort of signed contract. It's just something you do with respect to your relationship, how close you are with this person, how much they mean to you. Doing all those things and more, despite how early or late or otherwise inconvenient that it may be, qualifies you as one who endures. Merriam-Webster defines endurance as the ability to withstand hardship and adversity, especially the ability to sustain a prolonged stressful effort or activity, the act or instance of enduring or suffering. It is even likened unto permanence or duration. Every which way you look at it, endurance will always require the incorporation of one key ingredient, and that is time. It's not always about extravagant effort, explosive energy, flashy skills, or talents. Yeah, you can sing and you dress nice, but how long can you do that for? Consistently. Yeah, you're the most innovative chef a certain restaurant has on staff, and you create the most baffling dishes. But can your peers count on you not to slack off on the menial day-to-day tasks? Can your boss rely on you showing up to work on time despite being the ace of your kitchen or galley? The prevalent question here is, do you have endurance? And what's the difference between endurance and perseverance? Because they're not always the same thing. Those are the two questions I've laid out for you, my dear viewer. Do you have endurance? And what do you think is the difference between perseverance and endurance, if there is any? Those are also some of the questions we'll be tackling next week in part 2. Although these guys have lost their former popularity and become somewhat mundane, their lessons forever remain. My name is Jason, or you can call me Jace. This was Lessons from the Mundane, or LFTM, and I speak favor and fulfillment over your life. Just as Dory says to just keep swimming, I say unto you, just keep going. Till the job, till the season, till the phase is done. Just keep going. I'll see you next week.